President Joe Biden's visit to the decimated city that was ravaged by a massive wildfire has left many Maui residents disappointed and frustrated. As he walked down the charred streets, a video captured crowds of people voicing their discontent with chants of "F Joe Biden," reflecting the deep-seated anger over his handling of the aftermath of the disaster. The city, which was reduced to ashes by the wildfire, has been grappling with the aftermath of the catastrophe for weeks. The delayed response from the president, who took more than a week to visit the area, has struck a nerve with residents who were eagerly awaiting support and action from the federal government.
And right now, the Maui community is helping the Maui community. And it's really affected me because where's the president? He decides to come here this week, to come here next week. I mean, like, where aren't we Americans too? Like, we're part of the United States, but why are we getting put in the back pocket? Why are we being ignored?
Many have been critical of the president's avoidance of the news media, as he has refrained from providing adequate responses to the pressing questions raised by the disaster. Adding to the outrage, President Biden's attempt to compare the natural disaster to a kitchen fire he experienced 19 years ago has been met with strong backlash. Maui residents and observers alike find the comparison insensitive and trivializing of the extensive loss and suffering experienced by the community. The attempt to draw parallels between a personal incident and a large-scale natural disaster has further strained the already tenuous relationship between the president and the affected residents.
I don't want to compare difficulties, but we have a little sense, Jill and I, what it's like to lose a home. Years ago, now 15 years ago, I was in Washington doing Meet the Press. It was a sunny Sunday, and lightning struck at home on a little lake that's outside of our home, not a lake, a big pond, and hit a wire and came up underneath our home into the heating ducts, the air conditioning duct. To make a long story short, I almost lost my wife, my 67 Corvette, and my cat.
Tragedy has only deepened as over 800 people, many children, remain missing in the wake of the wildfire. The ongoing uncertainty surrounding the fate of these individuals has compounded the grief and frustration felt by the residents. The president's visit offered little solace to those who are desperately seeking answers and closure. Cartoonist Scott Adams has weighed in on the situation, suggesting that the state of Hawaii could be on the brink of a significant political shift due to what he perceives as President Biden's mishandling of the crisis.
All right, let's talk about the Joe Biden visiting Maui. Wow. By now, you probably all know that didn't go as well as they'd hoped. Wow. Talk about blowing your opportunity. So I saw at least two videos of Biden being chanted at with the F Biden chant. One was his motorcade, and another was when he was at some group. And I'm thinking to myself, they know this is the bluest state in the world, right? Isn't it the most Democrat state of all the states? Am I wrong about that? I think it's number one, right? Of all the states, it's the most Democratic state. And in two places, there were crowds willing to chant him down with F Joe Biden. Now, if I had said to you, well, there's no way that Hawaii would ever turn Republican, you would have laughed. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I mean, people don't change that easily. But it's actually within the realm of possibility. Now, if the candidate is Trump, Hawaii will go just the way it always goes. I think you'd agree, right? If it's Trump, they're just going to say, Trump, and they'll just have a, anaphylactic response. So if it's Trump, Hawaii will vote, all Democrat like always. But what if it's Vivek? What if it's Vivek? Do you remember what Vivek's main theme is? competence. Competence. Simple competence. Picking people who are qualified, promoting people who are qualified, and not using other considerations to get in the way of competence. If Vivek comes in and says, if I were president, Hawaii might have looked different, and then he explains what things he would do to make it a more capable situation, I don't know. He might have a shot.
Adams has gone as far as to declare that President Biden is unfit to hold office, alleging signs of old age and dementia. While opinions on Adams' assessment vary, it reflects the broader disillusionment with the president's response.
See, the problem is he no longer registers as a capable adult. Are you not there yet? I mean, I do see him as a dementia patient. And I can't get mad at a dementia patient. Can I get mad at the people who sent him out there? I fucking get mad at them. Yeah. Am I mad at the people who put him in front of Maui? Yeah, I'm really fucking mad at them. That was completely unacceptable. You know he should be out of office. You know he needs to step back, but you got yourself a problem, don't you? That instead of getting him a vice president who has some capability, you went full DEI and you got yourself somebody who can't do the job. And now you're fucking stuck. All right. Joe Biden, he's just a dementia patient. I actually have empathy for him. Right. He's done some stuff I don't like, but I'm not really thinking about that when I see him. I just think somebody needs to help you. Somebody needs to be the adult in the room and make that stop. Can we agree this is the last straw? Can we just call this the last straw? Because somebody's just got to call it. We have to call it as done. And I don't believe that the news should be covering him as a president. He should be covered as a dementia patient from now on. We need to just close that door. Let's stop fucking pretending he's a capable adult. Everybody can see it now.
That does it for today's newscast. Remember, I'm the fake one. You all are the real ones. Don't forget to tell your family members you love them.